So welcome my dear friends. So here is again one more video from chapter 3, pairs of linear equations in two variable from our NCERT textbook class 10. Okay, so here we already have two videos on elimination method and cross substitution method. So here is a video on cross multiplication method. Okay, so how to apply this cross multiplication method? So when you apply cross multiplication method, always take your linear pair of equation in standard form. Okay, standard form. So in the standard form, RHS will be 0 and all other terms will be in LHS. So this is called standard form. Okay, next you have to write the coefficients of x, y and the constant in this way. So here in this pattern I have written the there are 4 columns. You can see 1 2 3 4 columns. So first column I have written the coefficient of y, second column constant, it will come in cyclic, first coefficient of y, then constant, then again coefficient of x. Okay, not like coefficient of y, coefficient of x, constant, not in this way, come in cyclic order. Okay, you can write coefficient of x first, coefficient of y, then constant also you can write, no problem. You can start from constant also. If I start from constant, next will come coefficient of x, then next will come coefficient of y. Okay, so let us start from coefficient of y. So coefficient of y column, then this is the constant column, this is the coefficient of x column. Then since we are starting from coefficient of y column, so we'll end with coefficient of y column. If we are starting with coefficient of x column, then end with coefficient of x column. This is the rule you have to maintain. Okay, now what conclusion you will get from this? So, and what is cross multiplication? Okay, why this name is given cross multiplication? So now the value of x you can get in this way. From this chart or pattern you can get conclusion in this way. So x you can divide by this two columns. Okay, to get the value of x you have to use this two column, that means the coefficient of y column and constant column. So you have to cross multiply. So always cross multiply from up to down. Okay, so b1 into c1, and it will be separated by always minus, so keep this in mind, minus b2 by c1. See, b2 by c1 is equal to next y. Okay, y by, again to get y factor you have to multiply from up to down, c1 into b1 minus c2 into a1. Again constant you express by 1 always, so a1 b1 minus a2 b2 you have to express in this way. Okay, note that this factor is always great, this factor is not equal to 0. Keep this. If it is equal to 0, then will have no solutions. So this ratio you can simplify and get the value of x in this way. To get the value of x, what you can do, cross multiply this two column divided by cross multiply this column, this two column of constant. Let us simply say in this way, this gives column of x, this columns of y value, and this columns of constant value. In this way let us simplify this. Okay, so this ratio you can simplify if you take how. So if you take these two ratio, compare, then after cross multiplying you will get x is equal to this. That means this cross multiplied answer divided by this cross multiplied answer will give x, and to get y cross multiplied answer, this cross multiplied answer divided by this cross multiplied answer, this will give y. So simply you can write in this way. So don't go watch the video, and I will show you how you can express this pattern in another way also. Okay, what I mean to say, what if I write a1 a2, what if I write a1 by a2 first, then b1 by b2, c1 by c2, then a1 by a2, what I will get? Okay, we'll see later till at the end. Okay, so watch the video. Now let us take one example. So let us solve this. So as I said, first we express in the standard form. This is already, these two pairs of equations are already in the standard form. So now you can write the coefficient of y first. So y here is -1, so -1 down 1, so 1. Then you write constant, so -3, both -3. Then you write x coefficient 2 and 4. Since we have started with coefficient of y and with coefficient of y, so here -1, 1, so -1, 1. Now you write here x, y and 1. Okay, now apply cross multiplication. Clear? So if you cross multiply, our proportional part will come in this way. Okay, x divided by cross multiplication of these two column, that is, if start from here, cross from here to up to down, then next down to up. Okay, so -1 into -3, it will come 3. So as I said, here will be always minus, and product of these two, 1 into -3, that is -3. And y will be divided by this cross multiply part, -3 into 4, -12, so there is always minus, so -3 into 6, 2, -6. And y will be divided by this cross multiplied, so y by 2 into 1, 2, -4 into -1, -4. Now if you further simplify, minus plus, you'll get here 6. Again simplify this, you'll get -6. Simplify this, you'll get 6. Now how to get x? Now this is a proportional part. From this proportional part, if you take these two ratio, x by 6 is equal to 1 by 6, you can easily find x. Okay, again x by 6, if you take y by -6 is equal to 1 by 6, easily you can find y equal to -1, which is the solution. Or directly you can find x in this way also. Okay, so you can find x directly in this way also. So first you write the cross multiply answer for this x part. So -1 into -3, that is 3, always there will be minus, so 1 into -3, -3 by. So then you write the cross multiply part of 1 into 2 into 1, 2, -4 into -1, -4, that is 3, 6 by 6, that is 1. Okay, in this way you can write directly x and y. So these are the solutions, 1 and -1. Okay, now, so I hope you have understood. Okay, now I said I will say something at last. Now say what, let us write a standard form of linear equations, pair of linear equations. So what if I start writing from the coefficient of x first, not from y? I have shown that I have wrote the coefficient of y first, then constant, then x, then again comes the y coefficient. But whatever you write, you must write in cyclic order. See, x, it is coming in this direction, x, y, constant. So if you start from here, constant, x, then y. Okay, now what you will be writing here? If you are writing here x, y, z, as I have wrote earlier, it will be wrong. So you see what to write here. First you see, what is this? This column. This column gives the coefficient of x. What is this column? Coefficient of y. What is missing here? Constant. Whenever you see two column, you check which part is missing, you put their respective. So let us write 1, because here in this two column constant is missing. Now if you compare this to, what is this? This is constant. See, coefficient of y, and this is constant column. X coefficient is missing, x column is missing, so write here x. And here this is x coefficient column, so y column is missing, so this is be y. Now if you write x, again first you write x column first, cross multiply this, whatever way you choose, you will get the same answer. Then divided by this part, one part, so 2 minus a1 b1, then y. So cross multiply this, c2 a2 minus c2 a1, sorry, c1 a2 minus c2 a1, this by, down will be same, a1 a2 minus a1 b1. Okay, hope you have understood. Thank you.